Hey everyone, welcome to episode 53 of Nobody Special.
On this episode, we're going to tackle the origin of Valentine's Day.
Also, we're going to talk about Fyre Festival, F-Y-R-E.
The Gospel Outpost presents Nobody Special.
Hey everyone, welcome to Nobody Special, two nobodies talking about the somebody who matters. I am Caleb, one of your hosts of Nobody Special.
And I'm Danny, your Cupid Shuffle of Nobody Special. This is the podcast that takes a peek at pop culture, politics, and everything in between, all while not taking any of it too seriously.
That is true.
Caleb, guess what day it is?
I don't want to talk about it, Danny.
Guess what day it is?
St. Patrick's Day?
No. Are we going to hold on?
What day is it?
It's Valentine's Day, but now we have to think, are we going to have a St. Patrick's Day episode?
Heck yeah.
St. Patrick's Day is on a Sunday. Are we going to have just an episode that comes out the closest to St. What are we going to do?
I don't know. St. Patrick's Day is fun. We got to both wear green.
I honestly don't know if I own green. I'm just going to be honest here.
I own one green shirt.
I might own a green shirt, and I think it's broken.
Yeah, I've seen you wear green. You literally just put away a green plaid shirt.
Because you told me not to wear it.
Because you wore it last week. And
we don't know that.
We don't know
that. Yeah, dear kettle, you're black, sincerely the pot. That's not racist.
What?
No, so happy Valentine's Day. I know I said I'm the Cupid Shuffle of Nobody Special. I was thinking about that. Have you heard that song?
Yeah.
That's not it.
Wait, what? No,
what am I thinking of?
The Cupid Shuffle? That's the one that in PE class in public school that they would make us like dance to get our bodies moving.
Is that the Yeah, I hate that song, by the way. I really no, seriously.
You're the one that said it. You're the Cupid Shuffle.
I hate that
stand
song.
Stand up right now and do it.
No,
I want to see it. I'll sing.
Too bad. You can sing it all you want. It's not gonna happen. No, so for Valentine's Day, I did get us
some nice ASMR sounds.
Here's the deal. I got us a flimsy excuse because I really enjoy these, and they were $1.99.
Yeah.
And I know they
flimsy excuse.
I know they come 5 in a pack.
Uh-huh.
And there were only 2. And I'm not proud of myself. So
hey.
Anyway, so a happy Valentine's Day. We have a special Valentine's Day episode as we just destroy the audio right now.
Yeah. No, just savor this, all right? If you're going to sleep right now.
I am going to savor it.
Don't fall asleep.
So here's the deal. Sometimes we plan shows based on things we think other people are going to enjoy to hear us talk about.
Yeah.
And I would say this episode, I just threw that out the window and said, I really want to talk about something. And Caleb said, it's dated content. And I texted back, if there's ever a day to do dated content, it's on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
And you ignored that joke completely.
I did.
Which kind of angered me. Yeah, you go ahead. I'm monologuing. Go for it.
That's what this is. It's a single cake.
It's a zebra cake.
Single cake.
Single zebra cake. You're supposed to eat them in packs so that you don't know where one starts and where one ends.
Look, even freaking zebra cakes have a significant other. So we're just going to disregard these, and I'm just going to eat one. Hey.
Okay, so what we need to do now, though, is get that before Izzy does. All right, stay put, baby. If she gets up during a serious part, no, please go get it. Please don't let my dog eat it. Anyway, so I said if there's ever a day to do dated content, it's going to be Valentine's Day, and you ignored that joke, and that hurt my feelings, but I also feel it was the right thing to do. And I appreciate that you just ignored bad jokes. But no, I was thinking about Valentine's. Why am I talking? Say something right now.
I'm eating a single cake.
Good job. Cake. You did it. All right. So I used to get bitter about this day because I've been single for as long as you've been alive. When was my last girlfriend? I went on a date.
You had a girlfriend?
Yeah, no, I did.
I
had a middle school girlfriend. Does that count?
Yeah, I guess.
I did. I mean, we didn't. Here's the deal. So she was 90 minutes away, so we never went on a date because it's like, how do you get your mom to drive all the way out to some small hick town? Her words, not mine. That's not offensive. I mean, it's offensive, but she lived there. Whatever. To like go to a movie.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we can't. Anyway, so she was my school girlfriend, and with that.
Wait, you went to the same school though?
Yeah, but that's how I met her. That was the only way I met her. Sense. Yeah, it was the only thing I did in middle school. It was school.
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm really bad at talking while you're eating.
No, go ahead.
That's kind of weird though. Do you live in some small town?
No, she did.
And so that was the closest school, was 90 minutes away?
It was a good school. It was a magnet school. And her grandparents were in Jacksonville. So on paper, so was she.
Yeah.
This is probably, I don't even know if I should be saying this. It was a federal crime. No. So,
Jeez.
No, I mean, it was a form of fraud, but to get into a good school, because I hope she doesn't listen to this. I just called it a small hick town.
Do you still know her?
We don't keep up, but I know I can tell you her name.
Do you follow her on Facebook?
I don't know. She doesn't post on Facebook, so it's possible I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So what happened was, she lived in a small town outside of a small town outside, like outside it was
the Russian doll of small towns.
Her actual town had a population of like 20.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's kind of scary.
No, they were super cool. They had horses. It was great. And that's how I learned I was allergic to horses. I was over there. I was on the horse. It was like, I'm dead. I'm dying. So, anyway.
Yeah. I cannot live in small towns. My grandparents live in a small town, I guess you could classify it as. And it's not even that small. But I mean, like, I can't stay there more than like a month without like feeling like I need people. Like not even like family members. I just need
not family,
people around
just
me.
Others. Yeah.
Like I'm a city
non-family members.
It's crazy. I never realized it until I was gone for like
it's weird.
It was about a month.
It's nice though, but all that to say, I've been single for a very long time, so at a point I got aggravated. Even in high school, I got frustrated at this day just because it was like, oh, my boyfriend put me for hours. And I was like, your boyfriend's straight up cheating on you. And I don't know if you know that. No, seriously, that happened a few times. This girl came up. She's like, oh, isn't he such the greatest boyfriend ever? I'm like, how are you the only one who doesn't know he's cheating on you? Everyone knew. It actually happened to, I don't want to get into the details. It actually happened. He would like get her gifts because he was definitely cheating on her.
My gosh.
And it was with a girl whose name sounded similar to hers.
Yeah.
And I don't know how she didn't know.
What extent of cheating? Is this just like hanging out with another girl or like kissing another girl? Or even further.
Yeah, that one.
Oh man. Dang, in high school. Wow. That shows that I'm homeschooled right there.
People do that in high school?
I didn't think that was possible.
How? Isn't their mother always around?
Gosh.
I don't want to tell this on the podcast, but I will tell you stories after. Sorry, guys. If you support our Patreon, then we'll tell you the dirty stories. Yeah, that's not going to happen anyway. So anyway,
stories. Wow, that just took a turn.
Dude.
Okay.
Anyway, we're moving on. Moving on. So anyway, I got bitter about this holiday just because everyone was so happy, and I was like, why should they be happy? You know, like that was really the outlook I had. Because as far as asking people out, I've gotten 3. Can I think about it? I've gotten a lot of, people have said, go ahead and ask her. The worst thing she can say is no. And that's just not true, people. It's not. There are other things that she can say that are oddly worse than a no. Now, granted, part of this is girls got to grow up, too, because I got a few in middle school that it was just... I had a girl go, ew.
Dang.
All right, that won't scar me for life right there. Thank you for that. But that hasn't happened as an adult, but it had, it's made it harder to ask people out. So, then I see everybody going to the Olive Garden.
Olive Garden? What?
Well, when you're
what are we talking
when you're in
about
high
now?
school and you have a girlfriend,
You take her to Olive Garden?
because you think you should go to an Italian place. Yes.
Oh, I've never heard that.
I mean, it's for the breadsticks, baby.
It's true.
Heyo. So I always got frustrated because I never had a thing to do on this day. And then a few of my friends and I who were chronically single, we all started hanging out. It was kind of fun. And I'm at the point at this stage, 34. How old am I? 34?
I don't know.
34.
I don't even know how old
I'm
I
at
am.
34. I just don't care anymore. And I'm at this place of I've come down on a ton of things, partially due to growing up and partially due to massive apathy. Is just give people the opportunity to enjoy things.
Yeah.
I don't have to be. Can we say butthurt on this podcast? I'm never
yes,
sure.
we can say butthurt. That's not.
Is butthurt okay?
Butthurt. Yeah, no, that's good.
I can't be so butthurt that other people are dating.
Jeez. You said it so aggressively, though.
You told me I could say it.
So butthurt.
So butthurt. You know, can't do that? Okay.
Maybe
no,
we
I mean,
say it.
I can't be that butthurt if people are. We've said it so many times now.
Try not to spit this out.
I can't be that upset if people are happy and dating.
Yeah.
It's just not fair to them that I am a miserable bat of a human being. So I've kind of come down on that. It's like, people are going to enjoy nice things. Now, granted, I think some of the things out there are ridiculous for Valentine's Day. Publix has heart steaks.
Heart steaks?
They're
That's
not steaks
ridiculous.
of heart. No, it's steaks cut into a heart.
Yeah.
It's friggin' ridiculous.
I'm fine with that, dude.
I'm
Steak?
fine with steak. Good
Steak. I don't care what shape it is. It could be in.
All right, but they
many
cut it
shapes.
into a shape and then mark it up. That's the problem I have. It's like, just give me steak. I don't need a heart steak. If I'm getting a steak and I have a girlfriend and I cook this steak,
right?
I'm assuming her and I are going to share the steak.
What?
Why would we?
Does it only come with one heart steak?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's a big steak.
That's a big.
Well,
it's a big steak. How
and it's a
big?
butterfly cut.
Draw it out. Draw it out in the air.
It's like this big. It's
That's a steak.
It's a
for
honker.
one
Well,
right
yeah.
there.
I mean, I could do it, but if I'm on a date, I'm not gonna do it in front of the date. And then the first thing I do is I cut that heart in half. What does that say for the relationship?
Yeah. No.
And then places they have like, special Valentine's Day dinner. No, you're just marking your stuff up. Don't do that.
And it's like a prophecy. Hopefully not. So basically, what you should do is
Everyone relax.
is basically do the spaghetti scene from that one dog movie, but with a heart steak.
Oh yeah, Air Bud.
Gosh, no, I don't know what it's called. The cartoon one, where they have the spaghetti noodle and they slurp.
I can
it.
only think of 101
It's really-
Dalmatians, and I know that's not it.
It's really romantic, even though you're watching dogs, and it's like, am I really feeling the romance of dogs?
My
right
brain
now?
is screaming 101 Dalmatians, and I
No,
know
it's
that's not it.
No, 101 Dalmatians. No, that's not it.
Oh, Lady and the Tramp.
Yes.
Yeah.
That, but you can do it with a heart steak.
That's disgusting.
It is gross, but you don't cut it in half.
You're some crazy.
You don't break the heart.
If you find a girl that's totally into that too, you should just propose on the spot. Like, nah, it's not gonna get
She's
better.
the one. She's the one.
Well, don't you know a lot about me? I know enough about you.
There was
This
only
is
one
fine.
thing on my list.
Will you do the dog movie, but with steak? So.
Oh man.
Yeah.
God.
No. I was gonna ask if you've done anything for Valentine's Day, and I think I already know the answer.
I have
Oh, not what I thought.
not done anything.
There we go.
Hey, well, I wouldn't say I haven't done anything. I've done many fun things for me personally on Valentine's Day because as a kid, And even in high school, it's always the night that your parents go out, right? And so you have the whole house to yourself. Well, I have siblings, so
yeah, you've never had the house to yourself. Yeah. I'm gonna dip into my couple.
I guess.
But tell your weird story.
And it's basically that was the night, one night a year that we just got to do whatever we wanted because especially when you're in high school, your parents just feel bad, so they're like, just get whatever you want for dinner. And
so what'd you get for dinner?
Me and Netflix all night. Oh my gosh.
All right, so I had Blockbuster. Shut up. I
had Blockbuster too until I was like 12.
Oh wow!
There was one right outside my neighborhood.
I had a Valentine's Day. Parents had been out of town. It was just me at home. I was like 17 or something. Mm-hmm. I was 16 because I had to get permission from a mom to get 2 movies that are R.
Yeah.
Or a movie that it was R, and I got, I go to Blockbuster. I pick out the 2 movies, and the guy starts staring at me as if he's asking like, "Are you okay? Do you need a hug or something?" Because I got. Romeo and Juliet, the odd, creepy one, the strange. It's a modern day, but they didn't change the script. No, they didn't change the script. But it's a modern day. Instead of swords, they have guns, and it's strange.
No.
Oh, it's fantastic. I also got Resident Evil.
What on earth?
And I watched them both in the same night. It's like, are you good? Are you good?
I'd be like calling the police in the back while like having like a sharp eye on you. I don't think
he's not doing all right.
You should just get here as quick as you can. No, like right now. I'm just here.
Dangerously close to a joke I don't want to make. So anyway, though, that was probably a fun Valentine's Day. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I wanted to see those 2 movies, and I did all alone.
Get to save money, and you get to.
I didn't save money. It was Blockbuster, and it was expensive.
That's true. But I'm saying like, you're saving more money than you would have, if we're being honest here. And then you get to sit at home.
I once took
yourself.
a very attractive girl on a date to Chick-fil-A, so I think I spent more money on the movies.
Dang.
She had never been to Chick-fil-A. I did her a service, and she never went out with me again.
I was like...
No, she never went out. Also, she was Jewish, so oops.
Wow. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Dating her for Jesus.
Gosh. I never want to hear that phrase.
Yeah, dating for Jesus.
Especially that scenario.
Yeah. So anyway, Valentine's Day. It tends to be a big hubbub.
Hubbub?
What
does that mean?
A big ordeal. It's a big thing. People spend a lot of money, except me, on a Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Do you know where it came from?
I think that it came from Saint Valentine. That's what I know, at least.
All right, so
I don't know anything about him. Also, you explain. I'm gonna go get my other.
You're gonna go get your other thing that you angrily threw across the room. Saint Valentine. So, all right. So this entire thing. Hey guys, for people that get upset that Christians stole Christmas, well, wait till I tell you about Valentine's Day. First of all, it started off as a pagan holiday that we took because it's ours. Yeah,
still pretty pagan.
No, it came full circle. Well, no, I wouldn't even say it's back to where it started because the first thing it started off on, it was probably as a reference to the wolf in Roman culture that is purported to have nursed Romulus and Remus, kind of the founders of Rome, until one of them
so weird
stabbed the other in the back.
Jerk.
So, or it was either that or some name of a festival that I wrote down. Faunus, the god of fertility. It was about that. So it started off on this day. They, in order to encourage people being fertile, they would perform an animal sacrifice because clearly, and then
so it doesn't. Right there.
And then again,
little do they know, but
to be fertile, they whipped the females. And all right, so this is a thing.
Did it actually happen?
No, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No, before fertility, so they would be fertile. Because if they're not producing babies, it's clearly their fault.
They still do that this day. I mean, like
Romans?
When you go to the
I've never
doctor's
been
office,
to Italy.
when you go to the doctor's office for fertility, that's what they do.
King Henry, I think he was trying to have guys, and he kept trying to divorce his wives for not giving them guys. Mm-hmm. Boy, if he had the information we have now on why he couldn't have men and whose fault that actually was, he would be super embarrassed. And he probably wouldn't have cut all those heads off. Like, seriously, there's things in the history that have happened that are just horrifying as to the thought process behind it. And, I know people are still trying to figure out equality and all that and just everything that actually means, but man,
we've come a long way.
We've really come a long way, because if people are having trouble conceiving, the guy doesn't pull out his whip and beat his. I mean, they don't do that. They don't sacrifice the pet dog and then be like,
"That's really gross."
It's for the god of fertility. They don't do that, and thank God they don't. And if that is happening, you should call the police. I don't know why we would have heard that, but
you should call the police.
So it started off on that day.
Call anyone. All right.
And now the other part, kind of an unconnected story, but that is the history of February 14th. It's a celebration of that and the god of fertility and all that. But there is an actual kind of a Saint Valentine.
Yes.
And it's kind of a fun story because at the time it was 3rd century AD under Emperor Claudius. And Claudius was a stupid jerk face. I mean, he
sounds like it.
He was he was into battle. He was a Roman emperor. They enjoy some fighting.
It's true.
And he enjoyed a lot of fighting. So they had
Claudius.
During that time, if a person joined the army, they'd go for long stretches of time and not see their wife. And there are certain husbandly duties that they did not get to participate in because they were...
What duties?
What are husband duties?
Yeah, what are husband duties?
Sex.
Danny,
they didn't.
We can't say that.
They didn't. Well, that's wrong.
Danny, we can't say that.
We can't say sex.
You didn't, Danny. Danny.
Anyway,
no.
They weren't having sex.
Yeah.
Because their wife had been not there, because you don't take a woman into battle. You just sacrifice the pet dog and whip them. Apparently. Anyway, so
one does.
Yeah, for fertility.
Yeah, everyone knows that's what you do. All right.
How did they make that connection? I mean, it's like, who thought, like, I don't know how we tried whipping them. I mean, not as punishment, but in celebration. Bill, are you okay? Are you good, Bill? Bill.
You know what, Bill? Let's try.
Bill. Anyway, so they were having a problem because people are out on the battlefield and they just didn't have any hope because they hadn't seen their brides and they couldn't get other people to join the army because,
Where is this going? I'm actually very curious.
So I don't know. So yeah, no. This is all a true story as I've understood it, and I saw a few documentaries from the History Channel, a few different articles,
a very reliable source,
and then another type of video that appeared to have been produced by the same people that did Hey Johnny.
What is Hey Johnny?
Yes, Papa.
Oh, no.
That. It appeared to be done by the same people. So it was kind of fun. Anywho, so Emperor Claudius, he's trying to get people to join the army because he's all about, no, we'll fight them. I'll fight anyone. I'll fight them all. And he can't get people to join because he's asking these married guys old enough. If a guy's old enough, he's probably married, and telling them, hey, do you want to come go on a battle? You won't be able to come home for 2.5 years. And they went, can I bring Jennifer? And it was like, no, Jennifer's got to stay here. Oh, I'm good. Like I'm good. She hot and I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, so he couldn't get anybody to join. So then Emperor Claudius had the brilliant idea.
I'm scared.
Brilliant idea.
It doesn't sound like that brilliant of a person, but I'll listen.
If people are trying to stay and be intimate to their wife,
have sex, yes.
Whoa. How do you stop that problem?
Please tell me this isn't as bloody as I think it's gonna be.
No, it's not.
Okay,
it's
good.
almost worse.
Oh no.
You make it a crime to get married. Because, here's the logic. I can't crave my wife if I'm not married.
Yeah.
So, like, on the one hand, I get it. On the other hand, what the heck, Emperor Claudius? Like,
that's
what?
So mean.
What the heck? Like, nah, you can't miss your wife if you can't get married. And I'm like, that's a...
What is the opposite of Cupid? Because that's what that is. What is it?
Stupid.
Boom! We got it. I didn't even think of that, actually. He's stupid.
He's Emperor Shut up. All right. So anyway, Emperor Claudius, he makes it a crime to get married, and so this is the point. Bishop Valentine, he comes in now as a priest. He's
Valentine.
Valentine. Whatever.
He's not in his teens. Come on.
At this point, he being a priest, he's able to marry people.
Right.
And so the edict comes down and says like, nope, can't do any more marriages, and marriages are done. And he's like, bip that, marriage is from God, and so is the other part, and that part's a lot of fun if done in a proper context. And I'm like, I gotta hand it to the man. He was like, nah,
Cupid fighting stupid.
Yeah. Well, actually, Cupid is the Roman god of something. I don't know.
Well, in this scenario,
it's Saint Valentine.
Saint Valentine.
No, so he does marriages. He just keeps doing them, but he does them quiet. He, they're actually talking about that they did them in homes. Sorry.
Do you take Rebecca to be your wife?
Okay, so while that's a joke, it's not wrong. Like it's not. It's kind of correct because if a Roman guard had come by, they had to. I don't know, pretend like they were doing something else. It was like, what's going on in here? As she's holding a bouquet. We're doing a play.
We're just practicing.
What play is it? It's
one of them.
It's called The Marriage of John and Amber. Well tell me your names. John and Amber, like they had to pretend to do something else or just kind of like chill out for a minute, So he keeps marrying people. Now he eventually gets caught and he gets his butt thrown in jail because Emperor Claudius is a really vengeful man.
Stupid.
He throws him in jail, and outside of the jail cell are just people throwing him flowers.
Aww.
And it's the people that he married. And now all right.
Wait.
I'd be thankful too.
Do they split that once they're married? Are they married?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Okay.
They can't make him get a divorce. No,
that's what I thought.
I mean, these are people trying to be okay in the eyes of God.
Yeah.
So
these are
angering, the emperor is kind of fine to them. So they're all outside of his jail cell throwing him flowers as kind of a thanks. I know this is taking a toll, and he's all about it. At some point in that, the jailer's daughter, the jailer brings
plot twist.
Yeah. The jailer's daughter is brought in because this is a man of character and integrity who stuck to his guns against Claudius and is okay paying the price towards that. And it has a whole bunch of people outside of the jail kind of supporting him. And so through this, he brings her to Christ, tells her the gospel, falls madly in love with her in the process. Falls in love with the jailer's daughter.
Is it true? Oh my gosh.
Is it true?
Let's just say it's true.
It is.
Continue.
Yeah.
Just continue.
It is the story that is believed to be true. It's probably embellished a bit. But he falls in love to the jailer's daughter, and he's to be executed. And he is asked, "Can I speak to her one more time?" And he's denied on that. And so then he's beaten with clubs, and then beheaded.
Oh my gosh.
And
I kind of want to cry now.
and he had sent her a Valentine card as a final thing. And I've heard that's how that tradition kind of started. Is through that.
What? How have I never heard this story?
It's a really cool story that just gets totally blown out of the water.
Also, why is this not a movie? All right, can we just go ahead and do this?
How in the world that movie would be terrible?
It would, but it needs to be a thing.
Well, no, because it doesn't have that happy ending at the end. It's like, I'll miss you, babe. Bloop. Like, yeah.
Hey.
But first they beat him with clubs, and then they behead him. So
yeah, why?
No, I mean
to beat him with clubs. That's just
that's how he died. He died by being beat to death with clubs.
Oh, and then they slice his head off.
Yeah.
Dang.
I mean,
that's so.
Gosh, I hope
sad, romantic.
If I had to pick between being beaten to death with a club or beheaded, I don't know.
I would just rather not think about
it. Anyway, no, I just, I think that story, is it all true? Probably not, but it's true enough,
true,
right? Yeah, so. This guy's awesome. So
it's true.
But I do think it does give a pretty good description of the importance of a marriage, even.
Right.
A marriage is a gift from God.
Yes.
And an emperor can't close that down.
Yes.
And I think that's important because people, it's intended to be a manner of giving glory to God.
Right.
Through a marriage, but also it's a gift.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times that gets, underscored at some point that this, it is a gift, but also, I don't know. We'll get into that in a second. So, yeah. But the idea of Christ, to me, that's a picture of Christ there. Being okay to say, hey, to give a blessing, I have to be okay in giving everything I have and being okay dying so that others can experience the full blessing of God the Father.
Right.
I don't know, it's such a cool story, man. It's so yeah, this is a holiday we stole and now it's gonna come back full circle. But I mean,
I think it's a good holiday.
Yeah. I mean,
it's
all right.
Saint Valentine.
No one is honoring Saint Valentine tonight.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, but the holiday, I guess, is, right?
I mean...
But they're definitely not... Well, some people, I would say, are honoring him. Some people are in...
I don't...
You not want to go down this road?
No, I don't. I want to tell a nice story.
Right, all I'm saying,
talk about the good aspects of love.
Some people are honoring Saint Valentine and God, and some are not.
And some are living in sin tonight. Like, what are we? First of all, this podcast comes out on Friday, the day after Valentine's Day. So some people are gonna be like, "Oh, he talking about me," like,
Hey, Jesus died for everyone. All right.
Exactly. Yeah. So. I mean, so I guess the question I had that I didn't put on the notes, I'm sorry, but where have you experienced God's, love the most?
In my personal life?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, gosh. I would say I probably feel his love the most. Or recognize his love the most. Let's just put it that way. I don't know. Gosh, that is so hard. I would say, when I mess up, but, finally realize it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, there's just so much grace in that. And that's, and I mess up a lot, so this happens often. And it's just, so evident that, his love is always there.
Right.
Surrounding me, and it's always there. I don't say I always feel it or recognize it, like I said, but yeah, I don't know. It's either that or just I don't know. I would say just having someone that you can always talk to. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough question.
Yeah. No, I mean, it is.
Last minute.
It is a hard question, but I mean, I don't know. I was just thinking about it. I think a lot of times a good amount of us just take the idea of God's, sacrifice and love and understand it, but just kind of assume it.
Yeah.
And these are stories these are the stories that need to be told. I've had kind of similar types of experiences of screwing up and getting to that point of understanding I've screwed up and thought, I had this kind of crazy man thought of God's gonna forgive this. Yeah. He's gonna forgive this, and then you stop and think like, God's gonna forgive this.
Yeah.
God's gonna forgive this.
It's crazy.
God's gonna forgive this. It's like, oh, this isn't a death sentence. This isn't. Right. I mean, but it isn't just that. I think it goes beyond that because it isn't just this. God's gonna sweep our stuff under the carpet, but I've been doing that Bible study.
Magician it said nothing.
All right, but it's not even that. It's that in the end, we get to experience the presence of God in complete, in complete nature.
That's gonna be crazy.
The thing Adam and Eve had before they ruined it, like.
Dang.
Yeah, like before they just kind of went like, we good. We get that. I was doing the Bible study that I'm actually almost done. By the way, I have one more post to go through the book of Revelation. I have one more post. I'm feeling a little bit kind of like, okay, wow, this has been 33 posts, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, we're done.
Dang.
So, but at the end, it's 2 chapters that are just kind of describing the perfection of heaven.
Yeah.
And the idea of all of our bad stuff is barely even mentioned. It's like, no, that's not the point.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to push all of that bad stuff out, but that's not the point. Here's the fun point. Heaven's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And that type of grace that God gives is going to be extended through all eternity.
Yeah.
Like, that's so cool.
It's insane.
I love that.
You can't even wrap your head around it.
I know, but it's so fun to think about because it's a thing that you can just keep thinking about and never get to the end of it. It's like, God's going to forgive that. And it's like, God's going to forgive the thing I haven't even done yet.
Yeah.
And I'm going to feel like crap for doing it. Like, that's great, Like, and I shouldn't do it. And even better, he's given the strength to not even do it in the first place. Sweet. And the thing I haven't done, God's grace has already covered it, and he's even given a manner that I don't even have to do it. Even though he's omniscient and knows, like, oh, he's going to do it. But, so, I don't know. I don't know. I think that was part of the cause of me coming down and not being a whole... like, this was the black day of sadness for all the single people, know? It's like, no, I got God.
I mean, it is, but...
Well, I mean, I haven't decided if I'm going to call this a gift of singleness or a season of singleness, a drought of singleness. I'm not really sure what we're going to call it.
It is singleness. There you go.
Yeah,
it doesn't need an adjective.
I know at this point I'm single and there are no options.
I'm single.
If you're listening to this podcast and between the ages of, 25 and 60.
Whoa. Wait.
Whatever.
No.
Can't be picky at this age.
I'm not going to allow that.
Can't be picky at this age. So, doctor?
Just ignore that. Gosh.
No, please don't flirt with me on the internet. I'm super awkward. Hey, I'm this old. I like cakes. Oh, I have a boyfriend. Like, all right.
What?
Neat. Thank
what
you.
What just happened?
I had an imaginary conversation and I got awkward. Anyway, no, I mean, I've come to the conclusion, and this is kind of a thing that people they go straight to feeling bad about me for even thinking of this, and I think it's because they haven't gotten there in their own head. Mm-hmm. If I never get married, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the face. That is the face every time. Every time, that's the face. No, but I mean, if I don't get married, that's fine.
Yeah.
Because I would like to get married.
Yeah.
That it would be cool. I'm not gonna say like don't want it, but I know that if I have God, I have everything I need.
Right.
So, I'm at this point that I can't even think of a person I would ask out.
Just gotta move towns.
To a smaller town outside of Hilliard.
20 people.
Yeah, it was a small town outside of Hilliard, which is a small town outside of Yulee, which is a small town outside of Jacksonville.
Yeah, Yulee.
I was inceptioning the small town. So anyway, yeah,
it's like a Russian doll.
A Petrushka doll.
What?
I was really confident at the start of saying that, and at the end, I'm not sure I got it right.
Petrushka?
Yeah, it's called a Petrushka doll.
It's just a Russian doll. I swear.
Yeah, no, but it has
What
a
is
Russian name.
Petrushka?
It's the type of doll where you open in the thing and it opens.
A Russian doll?
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. No, I mean, I'm guessing that being how old are you? Like 16? Sorry, are you 19? How old are you? 18. 18?
18.
I'm guessing that you're probably not at the
look
stage
16
of. People mistake you for college all the time, and it's the stupidest thing ever.
No, yeah, I agree.
I doubt they're like, are you in college? No, he is in the 8th grade, people. Like, he
Maybe
is
it's
starring in that movie that Bo Burnham made.
gosh.
Called 8th grade. Anyway, I'm guessing that being 18, you're probably not at that stage of going, if I never get married, I'm fine.
Yeah, I mean, I got time ahead. So do you.
No, I know I do, but I'm also fine.
Yeah, I mean, 18 is weird. Well, I mean, like I've never.
Yeah.
It's only weird because
It's not fun.
I haven't dated anyone, or even just like
Gone on a date.
I haven't even like taken a step in that direction,
Which is weird to me, but that's fine.
Oh dang. Okay.
No, it is. It's weird to me.
Yeah, but that's like
Attractive
that's
man,
the thing.
cares about Jesus. I don't know.
Hey, I'll be ready one day.
So here's the thing. Just prepare.
Uh-huh.
You're allowed one awkward crush. Or 2. Or 3. Who cares? Go for it.
Awkward crush. What is that?
Like, there was this goth girl in high school I was kind of crazy attracted to, and I'm not sure why.
Oh, God.
There was nothing about her and I that was compatible at all. But I was just like, she's kind of cute with that pale skin and
Oh, my gosh.
smoky eyeliner.
Moving on.
Anyway,
God.
you're allowed one. So,
yeah, I mean, I would say it's that's the only reason it's weird is because people have so many expectations like you, thinking it's weird that I haven't dated yet. But
no, that's not what I meant. I meant that it's weird because you could date.
Could?
Yes.
Could I?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
But
if you see, you also won't let me ship you, and I find that to be
okay. Danny
ridiculous.
always wants to like set me up on like a blind date.
I do.
And I'm like, no, I will legitimately leave. I'm not about that.
Well, then you'll hurt someone's feelings and
Yours,
the girls
I'll hurt
I
yours.
set you up with. Yeah. So, but I get how that can be scary. Here's the deal. I'm trying to really ease into a transition, and I'm not sure how it's going to work. I get how that can be scary. No, I got it. Because it's kind of an odd image.
Okay.
To give off. This is bad.
No.
Okay,
I got
it. Okay.
Now.
It can be scary because there's this idea of expectations and promises that everything has to be this picture-perfect moment. Nailed it.
That was actually really good.
I know, right? I should do this professionally. Hire me.
Gosh. Don't hire me.
I wanted to talk about this subject because it came up. I think the first time it came up was about 15 months ago.
15 months ago.
And now a bunch of documentaries have come out that I think are amazingly fascinating.
They are fascinating. I've only watched one, but
I'm talking about the Fyre Festival. YRE. And I wrote this thing, and I was gonna say it, but then he made fun of it as we were going through the notes. So I'm just gonna say quickly. What happens when an elevated sense of self, the promise of I quit. The promise of undeliverable promises, and the allure of money and experiences collide into one social event? Everything goes up in fire.
Spelt with
Because that was the name of the festival. Why are you giving me such a hard time about that? That was the name of the festival. It's called the Fyre Festival, and it was made by a con artist. I mean, a guy named Billy.
Dang.
Oh no, he isn't Joe. I can say con artist. Con artist.
Hey.
No, so all right. Tell me everything that you know about this festival.
Everything I know about this festival. So the Fyre Festival was this extravagant. No, I'm just going to start
extravagant?
It was this extravagant festival that was supposed to happen. It was this commercial. It was supposed to be on Pablo Escobar's private island that they bought. And they hired a bunch of models to just hang out and make it look fun.
Right.
And they were like, "Oh, it's a music festival." And then you're like, "What? Okay."
With
and
such great bands like.
And they got all of these people.
Blink 182, who they had to dust off from the early 2000s.
You can still use this, right?
Have you seen pictures of them during about the time?
No.
They got old.
I'm sure they did.
But they still kept the. It's as if, yeah. I mean, they're
2000s look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy.
Moving
I enjoyed
on.
Blink 182. Sorry, go ahead.
And so they got all of these famous people to promote this festival, and so everybody lit up, and they
in fire, spelled with a
Y. And they were really excited about this, and so they sold all these things. There's all these super cool condo things or little beach houses that you could rent out, or to be honest, the commercial made this thing look freaking awesome. I mean, I would have gone and just stayed in the little house.
Right.
But it was super, super fancy, and so all of these people signed up.
Yeah. Well, they targeted specific influencers on Instagram.
Exactly.
You know, the oh gosh, they have a title and I can't think of the title. Is it just influencer?
I guess so, yeah.
Social media influencer.
Sure.
Yeah, they targeted them and YouTubers because they're targeting my guys, if you're between the age of 18 and 35, this is a stain on our resume.
19 and 35.
18 and 18 to 35. This is a stain on our social. This wasn't good for us. It really wasn't, because it targeted white college kids. I can say that, right? It targeted the Ugg boot crowd. You know.
Sure. Yeah.
Is that crossing the line? I feel like that's
kind of.
I'm flirting with the line, but it's fine.
It targeted millennials, and you were in that too. So, congrats.
Yeah, no, because part of me, I'll be honest, I saw a bit of that, and I had two thoughts.
Oh, check that out.
I mean, the first is that's probably going to be really cool, but then I also said that's probably going to be a lot of drugs and sex that I don't want to be a part of there.
Yeah.
And to be fair,
just
they
like
didn't,
every music festival,
right? Like Burning Man, that's just drugs and sex, right?
Yeah.
That's not. Sometimes there's music.
There will be music playing while you do these activities.
In between the acid rounds.
Yeah.
Are they rounds? I don't know.
Trips.
Anyway, no, but they only did this through social media.
Right.
They didn't take out a commercial or any of that.
Yeah.
But it ended up being this massive con. Or no, see, all right. Do you think it was a con?
I mean, I don't think that it was intended to be a con.
Me neither. Oh, sorry. We didn't finish the story. So this thing goes up in smoke instead of in fire.
Well.
Okay. I mean, it went up in smoke.
Smoke is a byproduct of fire.
Well,
so how can you have smoke without
I
fire?
was going for the fire joke, but
You just ruined it.
Caleb? Let's try and work together on these jokes. All right.
Okay.
No, the whole thing they didn't have anything. They said they have instead of these tents, they were FEMA tents. They were literal FEMA tents. They promised a ton of stuff to this experience to people that are only trying to have this experience, and they spent like $3,000 even to get tickets. They got there, they got stranded.
Yeah.
A thing that they brought up in a few of the documentary. They actually the people employed there because they're Bahamians. They put out a hit on a lot of the staff.
Yeah.
To either beat them up or kidnap them until they could get paid, because they couldn't get paid because they didn't have the money.
Yeah.
Because it just ended up being this promise because it had to be this thing. It was this big, massive thing that everyone's trying to be a part of, but you just couldn't get it. But he still promised it all, and he paid a lot of money to make stuff not happen.
Yeah.
And pay off other debts.
This is literally the story of how far charisma can get you.
Right? I mean, he did this.
And it ends up to nothing, so.
Right. But he... I think he owes... I think it's like $27 million to people.
Gosh.
And that isn't even paying all of it back. But he owes $27 million after he gets out of his 6-year jail sentence.
Yeah.
And he's in jail for 6 because it was a disaster.
Yep.
But I was talking to a few people about this. I think that this is a person that got coddled and never got told that he can't do everything.
Yeah.
That he's special and important in that. I mean, I hate the term snowflake because of how it's dropped. Mm-hmm. But that's the only word I can think to describe this whole scenario, is that this guy thought he was the special snowflake that could make anything happen.
I have to admit, he is super smart, I would say. I think that he is a very intelligent person. Mm-hmm. I think he does have a lot of charisma. I think he seems like a genuinely nice guy too.
Okay.
But I think that he just is not, like, he's just not good in that area. I think that he likes to deliver big products when he can't. And I that sounds very vague, but I know a lot of people like that.
Right, but I do think he thought he could.
Yeah, sure.
And then panicked because it became about him and maintaining an image, to be honest.
Right, it's about the ego, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's and the thousands of people he scammed money out of because they didn't get their money back because there was no money to give back.
Right.
These are people that I think they're doing the same thing. They tried to maintain an image by going to this, party, for no other term. It was a party.
Yeah.
And they're trying to chase this image and pleasure. In 2 Timothy 4:3-5, it tells us that there's a time coming that people are not going to endure sound teaching, but having itching ears, they will accumulate for themselves teachers to suit their own passions, and will turn away from listening to the truth and wander off into myths. And I think that kind of is the scenario going on here.
Yeah.
That this is that time that people are chasing this fleshly pleasure,
right,
instead of actual truth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these people, they got promised, this grand experience. Okay, so even if they gave it, even if they could perform and give that grand experience, so what?
Yeah.
I mean, I've asked that over and over, and I still don't have an answer. It's like, okay, if they had gotten all of that and had this massive concert headlining Blink-182, I mean, they were trying to get Kanye, so whatever. But if they had gotten that, then what?
Yeah. Nothing much.
I mean, so all right, they get an Instagram post out of it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Fyre Festival is so great.
And
totally
I was there. I was a part of it. Now,
yeah.
So what is I think this is, for both of our ages, this is a problem because of the prevalence of social media to stroke the ego.
Yeah.
I've even, my Instagram feed, I've been trying to clean it up and art it up a bit instead of the goofier thing. I'm trying to do a more artistic stuff. And then as I was going through these documentaries, I was just thinking, why? Like, why? So,
yeah.
Or the whole idea of having a Finsta.
What is that?
A fake Instagram. It's kind of the place I put the goofy pictures instead of the glossed up pictures. It's this, okay, so what? I mean, I think it's a problem of chasing down an ego instead of chasing down truth.
Mm-hmm. Sure, yeah.
I mean,
I would say so. I mean, I think that obviously it's not the case for everyone on social media. But like...
Well, no, but it does... Kinda, I mean...
Well, I wouldn't say so. I mean, I know plenty of people who, they don't... I mean, they don't post. I mean, and they just use it to...
Well, yeah, you. It's really boring.
Insert the Obi-Wan Kenobi meme. Of course I know him. He's me.
I can only think of these are not the droids you're looking for. I'm like, what the heck does that have to do with what we're talking about?
But yeah, I mean, but I actually do know other people too. I mean, that. It's more about seeing what people they know are up to, which I guess is I enjoy that. I would say. I mean, I don't post often,
right?
But I do enjoy getting to see, I don't know, what's going on, whether it's in a. But it definitely that is what it has become. I mean, even with myself,
right?
Even in the little amount I post, I mean, it's
it's a vanity thing. I
mean, it's not
to an extent.
It's not real. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not gonna post on there, guys. I'm having a really bad day. I mean, actually, some people do that. So I mean,
and even that, cool. I don't think that's the place to do that.
Yeah, I would say so.
Anyway, that's a whole other conversation that I don't want to get into.
But this is gonna be a whole nother podcast episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, winding it back a tad, I would say I would agree with you. I mean, it's definitely social media has become a lot about ego and what my life looks like to other people, and that's becoming more important than other things in life. Well,
and I think the dangerous aspect of this whole festival that is the actual thing I was interested in talking about is that it gave us the depth that people are okay going in order to chase a thing we all know isn't real. Mm-hmm. I mean, that experience, nobody could have delivered on that experience. It just couldn't happen, and everybody understood that, but they still kept trying to make it occur over and over. And every employee in there, they should have bailed before that, but it was just kind of a fear of missing out on an experience because it tickled the ears. It was this promise of, hey, it's possible to be special,
right?
Or to be a part of a thing that's special. And I think that misses the idea of God's plan. Mm-hmm. I mean, our podcast is called Nobody Special, which is a little tongue in cheek, and oddly accurate. Whatever, yeah, yeah, and surprisingly accurate. No, but the idea is that if I'm chasing God, then all this other stuff doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. The amount of, if I post a thing on Instagram and no one cares, well, that's fine. And I'll be honest, I've put pictures up there that I've gotten 1 or 2 to, double click for I've gotten 1, and it was okay, no, that's fine. No, I mean, it's fine. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything, and I'm not talking to anyone. I'm just saying that in the room by myself. But it's this. If I put the identity that I have in that, I'm gonna be disappointed. But if I put it in God, who as we kind of talked about earlier, just pours out his grace on us out of his affection towards us,
right?
Then an Instagram post can't take that away.
Yeah. And I once again, I'm not gonna poo-poo too much on people who use Instagram, and also Facebook and Twitter. We're talking about you too, so don't think all high of yourself.
Right.
I mean, it's definitely, for sure, I think can become an obsessive thing.
Absolutely.
But I think that there are times where it's not. I mean,
well, sure,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, it comes down to a ton of people who aren't sure what their identity is or where.
Absolutely.
To find it. But that's I mean, you just. It's sad, of course.
I mean, but this is the cultural struggle, though. This is. Right. I mean, this is our struggle. This is our battle. Is battling our own ego.
Yeah.
And a good amount of scripture is us just getting out of our own way in order to approach God.
Right.
Because as far as people tripping up me to get to God, I gotta be honest, it's mostly me.
Yeah.
I'm tripping myself up in order to approach God, and God's just saying, still here, keep coming.
Yeah.
Crawl. I don't care.
Yeah,
stand up and go. Crawl. Do what you got to do. But come on.
It's literally like the parent, their child, just starting to walk.
Yeah.
And they're like, come on.
Yeah.
And they keep on
mom is crouched saying, come here, baby. And dad is literally holding the baby and making it go. That to me is the full depiction of us coming to Christ.
Yeah.
It is God the Father going, come closer. And then Christ goes I'll just
carry him.
I'll just carry him over. We're good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I get scared about people chasing their own ego.
Yeah.
I mean, both of us know people that have done that on Instagram, and
I would say even
it's trashed them.
Even myself, and I mean, I would say everyone does, and also not even on Instagram. I mean, going back to the Fyre Festival, there may be some people where it's not even about Instagram, and it's about them just trying to fulfill something in their ego, whether it's, just attending this. The point is this is always such a cheesy thing, but everybody has a God-shaped hole in their heart, and they're trying to stuff a bunch of stuff in
a
there.
medical sense. If you have a hole in your heart, you should go to a doctor.
Yes.
But
the doctor's God.
I knew a friend, he had a literal hole in his heart.
Gosh.
Yeah. The doctor told him he shouldn't do sports. He tried anyway.
Well,
I mean, he shouldn't have, but whatever. He's alive. No, sorry, that made it sound like he died. He didn't. He's fine.
He goes to the doctor. That looks like a God-shaped hole.
Looks like a God-shaped hole?
But anyways.
He was...
That's basically...
I'm not going to finish that sentence.
That's basically what this is we're trying to satisfy something that can't be satisfied by anything other than God. And it all comes back to our ego and our sin nature. It's all about us. That's what it is. I mean,
right.
And it's just, yeah. I mean, it's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's I'll be honest, and I'll say it so you know who I'm talking about, but I'm not going to out him, because on Instagram, both of us do know people that have opted to try and become influencers. They have to meter all their posts. They get paid to do other posts, and I knew them before all that, and I knew them after. And so I'll just be fully honest. They have always annoyed the junk out of me. Truly, they've annoyed me a lot. But it's always been because I was really sad that it was that important to them that it destroyed their faith.
Yeah.
Because he carried the opportunity to either chase fame, money, and wealth, or to chase God.
Yeah.
And it was so important to chase pleasure that he gave up on God.
Yeah.
And And that to me, and I was probably a different path or story that he would tell about that, but that it made me mad because it made me sad, and it was easier to be mad than sad.
Yeah.
And also it's scary because there's some of that I do. Mm-hmm. And that it's easier to be mad than sad on that, or blame it on somebody else or something else. But this is our struggle to crucify the flesh in order to come to God in spirit.
I mean, everybody has it in their own way. I mean, some it's more private, their struggles, and some it's more in the public, like social media and stuff like that. But I mean, it's all we are created with the purpose to know God and have a relationship with Him. And if we don't have that, it's not. It's not going to be. We're not going to be satisfied. Mm-hmm.
So I guess our encouragement in this, because I want to be sure and not just say Fyre Festival is stupid and we're all going to die. Our encouragement in this is that both of us I think can attest to the fact that crucifying the flesh is hard. But we would all say to just chase it as fast as you can.
Yeah.
Because although difficult, it's the best thing that a person can ever do.
For sure.
Because it chases a God that is unending and complete. Mm-hmm. And on that day that all of us get to heaven together, it's just going to be a massive party for all eternity to just enjoy the presence of God.
Right.
And I'd rather have that party than stupid Fyre Festival.
Yeah. I agree.
The party, officially, the party in heaven will be way better than Fyre Festival.
So why don't you join us?
Allow the fire of the Holy Spirit to... forget it.
Spelled F-Y-R.
No, not Holy Spirit fire. That one's fire. Actual fire. No, I mean spiritual fire, not like actual.
It hurts.
Not talking when the Holy Spirit comes I'd almost rather have actual fire. If God gave me the choice of hey, I can have the Holy Spirit purifying fire to go through every inch of your soul, or I can burn you. I'll be like, oh man, this is tough. This is, which one hurts less? The actual fire. But the eternal consequences, they're pretty bad. Oh, that's a toughie. No,
gosh.
Anyway, so that's I want to talk about Fyre Festival. Thanks for endearing me on that. But if there ever is a topic that people want us to talk about, where should they go?
To go to thegospeloutpost.com/
For those of you watching on
I'm karate
YouTube,
chopping
he just did the keyboard hand.
Yeah.
Here, hold on.
Yeah, Danny, you do the sound effect. Wait.
Don't actually hit it though. Seriously, if you stop the recording,
go and. Can you guys hear that?
Still good. Okay. All right. Now get that back.
Go to thegospeloutpost.com/nobody special, and you will find our little podcast page. Mm-hmm. And if you go to the bottom of that page, you can either say hello or you can ask us questions. You can literally say anything. Doesn't matter. We want to hear your feedback. We want to hear your questions. We want to hear what you want us to talk about. Mm-hmm. Literally, you can recommend
tell us anything
stuff.
Because Lord knows we say anything on this podcast all the time.
It's true.
We say a lot of really weird stuff on this podcast.
Why
you should see the notes we cut out. So they can also go to our Facebook at Nobody Special Podcast or Instagram at Nobody Special Podcast and check us out there. So
you can message us through there too if you want.
And we'll read
any way, just send us your messages.
Absolutely. Somehow. Also, we're on iTunes, YouTube, any place podcasts can be heard. Be sure to check us out
because that's exclusive.
They want money and I ain't giving it. So support our Patreon. We don't have one. I'm not gonna have one.
Maybe we should. All right.
No, maybe we shouldn't. I don't like Patreon. Anyway, we'll have to have that conversation after. But I think that's gonna do it for us today.
Yeah.
So I'm Danny.
And I'm Caleb.
And we are Nobody Special.